Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video, we'll be going through an unboxing review with a time lapse in between of the Iron Man Mk50 little Zimo Super Hero set. And this is the fourth set of this little collection. Previous to this, we have looked at Captain America as an unboxing. Spider-Man and Thor have been fully built and time-lapsed, so I'm hoping to do the same for Iron Man. So I won't spend too much time preambling. So here we have the front of the box with Iron Man on what I can assume is some type of hovercraft. Not a bad looking design. Be interesting to see if this has any additional gimmicks. So we have that. We have a shot of Iron Man. 77 pieces to build this particular set. And on the back, pretty much just another shot of the completed set. Captain America, who basically needs to be built and reviewed. Spider-Man, everything's done. And Thor, everything is done. I'll actually include links to these other ones. I think there's also going to be a link to the playlist for these sets at the end of this video as well. So let's look at the box in terms of what is inside. So I did a little bit of a cheat and pre-prepared. So we have 2 bags of items, which is pretty standard for these sets by the looks of things, and the manual. So here we have the manual. It'll be front and back. Builds very similar to a Lego manual. Granted, it's just significantly shortened. Unlike Thor, who was a lot of grey, Iron Man will be a lot of red. Doesn't look like there'll be much of a shooting gimmick, but that's okay. It should still be a quick and fun kit nonetheless. So that is the manual. In terms of the bags, so we have one small bag with all these smaller pieces. Iron Man's helmet, Iron Man's head, his hands, his arms, the usual thing that we're beginning to see in these Zimo sets. And then bag number 2 has some of the larger pieces, as well as armless Iron Man, and very interesting expression as well. I don't know, I look at it, it's not terrible, but I don't know, proportions seem weird, but anyway, I do expect. So those were the 2 bags. So like I've done in the previous 2, I will build this here and now. So there'll be a time lapse of the build kicking off any moment now. There's also timestamps in the description if you want to skip straight to the review. Otherwise, feel free to watch a time lapse. Otherwise, catch you at the review. Okay, and with the Iron Man hoverjet, I guess, done. Yes, this was an interesting one. So, first off, the downside about these third-party kits is that sometimes I don't think they really do proper quality control. And the reason why I say that is because my Iron Man is missing his arm. And I actually thought I was missing another piece, but it was actually cleverly hiding. So, yes, it's unfortunate that I get to have a one-armed Iron Man. The scary thing is there was an extra piece included that I just wonder if they do things purely by weight and if it's just offsets. He's a missing arm, which is unfortunate. But I definitely have a hand for it, so there you go. Anyway, the rest of the cruiser, so I guess from the top down, the bottom up, probably not the best place to be holding it. From the front, the side, the other side, the other side, with an arm, and a bit of a angle shot. So definitely wasn't too difficult to put together, other than the whole am I missing pieces. I did actually have to backpedal a little bit because one piece I put too far forward on the base, but that was easy enough to resolve. I noticed it quite quickly. Without having built the Captain America one, I'm not too sure if this is going to be the weakest of the four. The colours are definitely very nice. So we've got the dark burgundy, the red, the gold accents, a bit of silver, and this translucent blue. So colour-wise, definitely looking very, very nice. Iron Man being Iron Man, his helmet will come up as well. In fact, you may have saw me struggle ever so slightly to put the front of the helmet on correctly. Otherwise, that works as intended. So that's pretty cool. Now, in terms of moving parts, so we don't have any missile launching gimmicks in this one, I'm afraid, but in terms of semi-moving parts, at the very front of the side here, these bits here, because of how they've been put on, they can move basically all the way down, almost like a one of those pod speeders back from Star Wars. Can obviously go up into its normal position and obviously go all the way up as well. It's definitely not too bad. Gives it an interesting little profile. To be honest, I actually didn't mind it when it was in this down position. So those bits can move. The levers obviously just move front and back, as to be expected. As for these little turbines, so they'll be able to move freely around on this little pin inside. The fans, however, don't really move. They are pretty much locked in place. So if you wanted to have some type of VTOL look, just pop the turbines down. You can pop the turbines the other way around if you wanted to. Or put them back in the illustrated way. Interesting that these have the little turbines, because I can't remember which movie it was. Was it the first Iron Man movie? Maybe not. With the SHIELD helicarrier. Actually, maybe it was the first Avengers movie. Yes. We know turbines on helicarriers didn't become a thing thereafter. But that's okay. So in terms of what's good about this particular product, I mean, it's got a little bit of movement, which is pretty cool. Price point, like the others, have been around the price of a poly bag. It's 77 odd steps, so definitely wasn't too much of a time intensive thing to build. I think the original time lapse took me just shy of 13 minutes. It tends to be the average. Could have been a little bit shorter if it wasn't for the wondering about the arm and wondering about this little red piece here on the side. The colours are pretty spot on for an Iron Man themed little hover jet. I quite like them thematically. So yes, oh, there's also this little, well, can move the spoiler at the back. In terms of some of the weaknesses, well, pretty much the first point I made is some of the questionable QC being done on these sets. It is third party, you get what you pay for, so it is unfortunate that I have a armless Iron Man. That's okay. Who knows, maybe I'll just take Iron Man off and just display the craft as is. I know for the Thor one, that should look quite good with Thor not being on it. It's a shame there's no actual shooting gimmick like the others, which is unfortunate, in saying that it's probably lessened the ranking of this completed set against the others. Anything else? I think that's about it, really. Yeah, it's just really the quality control, and in a way I've actually been quite lucky that it's only happened on the last one and not the first few. In saying that, Captain America has not been built, so fingers crossed. Who knows, maybe I'll get the other arm and miss the other. Hopefully not, but I guess we'll see. So yes, I think the quality control could be a little bit better. Although even if this was an official LEGO kit, you know, if something like that did actually happen, you'd be able to contact LEGO and get the replacement part fairly quickly. So yes, the main contrast between official LEGO and faux LEGO. Any other weaknesses? Not really. It's a cheap set, so as I mentioned earlier, you get what you pay for. But it does still look quite cool. So what if I do this? Can I do that? Yes. It is warming up on me. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing, time lapse and review of the Iron Man Mk50 little hovercraft. It's definitely been fun doing some of these combined videos. I quite like time lapsing. I don't know if I can do it for everything. It's just worked out really well for these sets given the ease to build them. Now, Captain America will be done as his own standalone review because I didn't actually build him during during the initial unboxing. So there won't be a time lapse of that. But like I've been doing, there'll be shorts of this particular Iron Man. There'll be a short of the Captain America once it's done, and I will try and do a combined short of all four of them together. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can be found on my Instagram account, link below, and as I mentioned, there'll be some shorts and supplementary content as well to keep an eye out for. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video. See ya.